You want me to put that on my Todger?
Harry's wife. Give us the photos. Yes, a demand has been issued by a spliffed out royal fellow with thinning ginger hair and his wife who likes to wear her grandmother's bedspread. The BBC reports Harry and Harry's wife agency refuses to hand over photos. Yet more drama percolates from the car chase, in inverted commas, that took place in the traffic jammed streets of Manhattan on Tuesday night. No doubt, still traumatised from near catastrophic behaviour and multiple near collisions, this has affected the mindset of Frozen Todger as he joins in a demand for photographs to be provided to him and his narcissist wife. As all of that drama continues to resonate, and people deal with it with a mixture of incredulity and sheer hysterical laughter at the brass-necked ridiculousness of the behaviour of the gruesome twosome, people continue to punch holes in what they have said that are larger than the one that was left by the iceberg on the Titanic. Chelsea Bailey of BBC News reports a photo agency that took pictures of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex during what the couple said were a dangerous car chase has refused to hand over the images to them. Backgrid told BBC News it had rejected a legal demand to share all the material taken over several hours in New York City on Tuesday night. Pausing there. Accordingly, you manufacture a car chase, you exaggerate it to make it seem like it was far worse than it actually was, and then continue to show the fuck-wittedness of her mid-range narcissism. You issue a demand, sense of entitlement, to say, give me all of the photographs. Presumably, this is because they want them to ensure that the footage that Harry was filming and that the Netflix crew that was probably in one of the blacked-out SUVs that was driving so haphazardly, that their footage, that their photographs aren't diminished by the ones that the paparazzi took. Presumably the deal was, okay, Mr. Paparazzi, what you need to do is create a scene around the car, take loads of photographs, but you're not allowed to keep the photographs. You have to hand those over because our team, secretly hidden in the blacked-out SUVs, will be filming all of this manufactured drama so we can stick it in the next Shitflix series and ensure, of course, that Harry is suitably traumatized. You can imagine inside the taxi that Harry's wife said to Harry, quick, Haz, film this. We better have this filmed. We might need it in evidence. Whereas actually what it's going to do is appear in the next Shitflix series as their dramatic car chase through Manhattan. The collateral consequences of Harry's wife's narcissism stands up large. And then, because she doesn't think things through, because she doesn't plan appropriately, because she's nowhere near as calculated as people think she actually is, it suddenly dawns on them, oh, hang on a second. We wanted to get all of these footage and photographs from the car chase so we can put them in Netflix. Oh, bugger. The paparazzi have now got tons of photographs of this manufactured car chase. They're going to publish them all, and that'll detract from our interest in the Shitflix series. It's a strategy that they essentially had adopted with regard to Lilibet and Archie. Don't show them to anybody so that this increases interest, so that when we give tidbits through Netflix, it's seen more as an exclusive. The problem is that their exclusive car chase is going to be fucked over by the fact that the paparazzi have got the pictures, and they will show a different situation to that which is being portrayed by Harry's wife, and of course the way that Shitflix will edit it all. Accordingly, showing her sense of entitlement, her lack of accountability for her behaviours, and the further need to manipulate people, immediately there's a demand for the photographs. But the agency's lawyers said Americans had long ago rejected royal prerogative. Conflicting accounts of what Harry and Harry's wife's spokesperson described as a near-catastrophic car chase, resulting in multiple near collisions, have emerged since the incident was made public on Wednesday. New York police said numerous photographers had made the couple's journey from an awards ceremony on Tuesday evening challenging, but added there had been no reported collisions, summonses, injuries or arrests. A taxi driver who briefly drove them suggested their spokesperson's account was exaggerated, while some photographers involved have denied parts of it. Oh dear, not looking so good for Harry's wife, is it? As usual, her collateral consequence generating mid-range narcissism results in lots of evidence accumulating that shows it didn't happen how she wanted to portray it as. Backgrid, a California-based entertainment picture agency, said on Thursday it had received a letter from the Sussex's legal team. It said, the letter stated, "We hereby demand that Backgrid immediately provide us with copies of all photos, videos and or films taken last night by the freelance photographers after the couple left their event and over the next several hours. Sense of entitlement, haughtiness, grandiosity." BBC News has contacted the Sussexes for comment. The agency said it had replied in a letter. In America, as I'm sure you know, property belongs to the owner of it. Third parties cannot just demand it be given to them, as perhaps kings can do. Perhaps you should sit down with your client and advise them that his English rules of royal prerogative to demand that the citizenry hand over their property to the crown were rejected by this country long ago. We stand by our founding fathers. Ooh, burn. Backgrid said on Wednesday it was investigating the conduct of 4 freelance photographers involved in taking images of the Sussexes, even as the agency disputed the couple's characterization of the incident. The photographers felt the couple were never in immediate danger at any point, according to the agency. The article then just recounts what had gone on in terms of what the taxi driver said and so forth. But what we have here is the entitlement of Harry's wife to try and prevent the buggering up of the footage for the Shitflix docuseries that's bound to come, saying, give us the pictures, give us the film, give us the footage. Showing her sense of entitlement, lack of emotional empathy, the fact that she believes that she can do what she wants, and some excellent snark being returned by Backgrid to the lawyers acting on behalf of Harry and Harry's wife. It's no surprise that she's behaved this way, and notice this is how her narcissism basically creates a mess and then tries to mop it up, and then creates another mess. So the narcissism causes her to manufacture the car chase, which generates loads of fuel, but then creates lots of threats to control as people go, this is bullshit, don't believe it. It then creates another problem in that, we wanted all of this footage for the Shitflix series, right? That's a threat to control because there's footage out there and photographs out of there. Okay, assert control over those individuals by making a legal demand, which then creates a further problem as Backgrid turns around and says, not a chance. We're rejecting this demand and we're going to do so with maximum snark. Have that. It also leads to a further substantial collateral consequence for Harry's wife, which I'm going to tell you about in the next video. But for now, we see another chapter of the car chase chronicles, as we might call it, which shows again Harry's wife's narcissism in action. And I'm going to be telling you next about how she's majorly fucked up. Join me in that next video.